Veggie coconut curry, veggie coconut curry, veggie coconut curry, veggie coconut curry, hey, veggie coconut curry, veggie coconut curry, veggie coconut curry, veggie coconut curry. Hello, 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 my loves, and welcome back into my kitchen. I am Gabrielle Reyes, and this is the Colorful Home Cooking Show. So as you can see, y'all, I'm cooking up something colorful, something fierce, something delightful, and it's gonna be incredibly flavorful. It is my veggie coconut curry. This recipe actually came to me in a dream last night. I was thinking about what I wanted to eat throughout the week. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make like a chili or some kind of mushroom situation, but I landed on this one because in my dreams, I just saw the recipe. I saw all the ingredients coming towards me and I heard this melody and I was like, oh, I've gotta make veggie coconut curry. So the first ingredient we're gonna add in here is going to be our Aquafaba. This is chickpea juice, y'all, or also bean water. That's literally what it translates out to be. And I've been using this more and more lately just because some of the people who I cook for, they really don't like using oil or they just want to get rid of any extra oils. And so Aquafaba is a great replacement if you don't want to use any oil or you don't have veggie broth. So I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons of my Aquafaba, and this is going to be the base to start off our whole curry. Now that I have my Aquafaba nice and warm in the pot, I'm going to add in my onions and I'm going to saute these babies down until they're nice and clear. And that's going to add in that rich flavor that I always like to start all of my colorful recipes with. Onions down, saute the onions down, saute the onions down, saute the onions down. Y'all, we are sauteing these onions in our Aquafaba so they are nice and clear and we're ready to pop in all of our other vegetables and seasoning, y'all. All right, my loves. Now the onions are sauteed and nice and clear. I'm gonna add in my first vegetables, which are my potatoes. Y'all know how much I love potatoes, French fries, potato chips, tater tots. It don't matter, I love potatoes. They are all equal and beautiful to me. So I'm gonna be adding in about 2 cups of a mix of sweet potatoes and white russet potatoes. You can use either or if you want to, but for me, y'all know I love potatoes, so I had to add in both. Potatoes, potato, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, and stick 'em in a stew. I love potatoes, y'all. Taters, whatever you call them, I don't care, they're still delicious. Now that I have my potatoes and my onions and my Aquafaba doing what they do, I'm gonna add in my coconut milk, y'all. I'm adding in about 3 cups of this delicious full fat coconut milk, y'all, because we going in on the flavor. We are not skimping on anything in this recipe. Now we got our liquid in the pot. Hey, now we got our liquid in the pot. Hey, we got our liquid in the pot. That means we can add in more veggies. What I have here are some canned diced tomatoes, and I always tell people if you're going to be using canned tomatoes, make sure it's organic, doesn't have any additives in it, no added sugar, no added salt, because we're going to add in all that sweetness and that saltiness and that sexiness later. Okay, next veggies are up. It's going to be carrots. Carrots, my loves. I'm going to be adding these in for some additional flavor. And y'all know carrots are good for you. Not only that, but they're delicious as well. Let's talk about chickpeas. Let's talk about chickpeas. Y'all, let's talk about chickpeas because I literally put them in pretty much almost all of my recipes. or if I make something, I'll throw some chickpeas in it later. Pretty much every salad I make has chickpeas in it because they're such a great source of plant protein and they're so incredibly versatile. So of course I'm gonna have to add them into my curry, y'all. Adding in about a cup of those beautiful beans. Green peas, what you gonna do with green peas? Gonna put them in the pot. Hey, we're gonna add in some of our green peas. These are frozen. You can get them fresh if you want to as well. I'm trying to keep things simple today. I'm gonna be adding in about 1 cup of my frozen green peas. Okay, I see all the colors coming together. It's like a rainbow curry, you know? All of my foods, y'all know, are colorful and flavorful, and this is no exception whatsoever. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful all of these colors are blending together. And this is just the beginning, y'all. We're about to pop in some fierce seasonings. Drum roll, please. It's seasoning time. It's seasoning time, my loves. First order of business is some minced garlic. We're gonna add in about 2 tablespoons. A nice, healthy, decent amount of seasoning, because y'all know I go in on my spices. Y'all know how it is. And then we're gonna also add in some garlic powder and some onion powder too. Next up is turmeric, my loves. Not only does this add in a beautiful flavor, but it also adds in some fierce, vibrant colors that you're gonna want with your curry. Now, how can we make curry without curry seasoning? We're gonna add in some curry powder, about 2 tablespoons of this. Go in on y'all seasonings, y'all, because the thing is all of these ingredients are gonna soak into those starchy vegetables, into the potato and the sweet potato and the carrot. All that's just gonna blend together to be beautiful. Ground coriander, eh, ground coriander, eh, ground coriander, oh, ground coriander, ground coriander. We're gonna be adding in a little bit of this, y'all, and it's just gonna add on those layers of flavor and seasoning. Y'all know how I go with my seasoning. I go in with so many different levels because it just makes vegan food so good. And y'all know why? Seasoning is everything. Seasoning is everything. Whoa, seasoning is everything. When you're making vegan food, when you're making any food, it doesn't matter what kind of food you are making, go in on your seasoning because it's just gonna make things so much better. You don't wanna have to go back and add in more. That's no fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all, this spice is so good. My parents actually got me these Penzi spices for Christmas, and I went through all of them and I was smelling all of them, and this one spoke to me truly, to my spirit and my soul. It is smoked paprika, y'all, Spanish style. I don't even know what that means, but it's the best. Let me repeat that. The best smoked paprika I have ever smelt in my whole life, y'all. So of course I had to add it into this recipe because y'all know my obsession with smoked paprika is so real. Okay, so for this next seasoning, y'all might think that's a little strange, but y'all know how I do. I like to add in different levels and variations of flavor. So we're gonna be adding in just a touch of ground nutmeg. I wouldn't add in more than a teaspoon, to be honest. Of course, salt and pepper to taste, as much as you want or as little as you like, whatever works for you. Pepper, pepper, adding in the pepper, 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 salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, baby, balances out every single dish, every single one. My babies, my sweet babies. Salt and pepper, salt and pepper. I love them, so good. Pink Himalayan salt. Pink Himalayan salt is key. It's good for you, it's better for you than other kinds of salt, especially iodized salt. And it has a nice flavor, y'all, so check this out, get some pink Himalayan salt. Okay, final ingredient is going to be some maple syrup. You guys know how much I love balancing that sweet with that spicy, with that savory, with that little bit of sexy, with that sensual, with that everything. All of those delicious flavors are going to blend together, cook together So let's add in some maple syrup. All right, we have all of our ingredients in the pot. We got all of it going on in the pot. So now all we gotta do, mix it up, and then we're gonna cover it and cook for about 20 to 30 minutes. Mixing the veggies round, mixing the veggies round, mixing the veggies round, round, round and round. Mixing the veggies round, mixing the veggies round, mixing the veggies round, mixing the veggies round. Yes, we are mixing these veggies all around because we want to make sure that everything is going to get coated in that fabulous flavor. All right, let's pop on the top and let's let this baby cook and do what she do. Our curry has been sitting in its delicious stew for about 20 minutes, and y'all, it's time to serve this baby up. So what I have here is some quinoa, some brown quinoa that I'm going to use as my base for the curry. You can use white rice, brown rice, cauliflower rice, whatever you want to do. For me, I love brown quinoa, so that's what I'm going to be using. All right, let's see how she's doing. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, smell. Ooh, smell all that deliciousness. Oh my goodness, I can smell the curry. I can smell that little bit of maple syrup. I can smell all that deliciousness. That coconut milk too, making it nice and creamy. I am so ready to eat, so let me get myself a bowl. All right, I got my quinoa here. Put it on the side of my bowl. I'm just gonna scoop out. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Look at this beautiful combination of flavor, spices, and seasoning, y'all. I'm just gonna serve myself up a big bowl, y'all. A big bowl of delicious, colorful food. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. Look at this beautiful bowl. Holy cow. Colorful, vibrant, flavorful, and almost done. Let's add in our garnish. So I have here a lime. I'm just gonna add on a little bit of lime on the side. That way you can squeeze on whatever little bit of acidity you need. And last but never least, a nice fresh element to finish it all off. I have some green onion. And I'm just gonna take my scissors and chop off a few of those pieces right on top. Give it a nice splash of green. Really finish off the whole dish. Not only with flavor, but color, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about vibrant foods. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So freaking beautiful. Look at this incredible bowl. Oh my goodness. I think it's time to eat, y'all. So I'm gonna squirt over a little bit of my lime juice, just like that. Go on, go in, girl. Woo! Get myself a spoon. I'm so excited. Let's go in, go in. We about to eat. Hey, oh my goodness, yes. That maple syrup is just, it's perfect because it balances out the earthiness that kind of comes through with that turmeric and that curry powder. Oh my gosh, make sure you add in that maple syrup. And if you don't feel like it has enough sweetness in it, if you don't feel like things are balanced, you know, play around with the flavors. Add in a little bit more of this, add in a little bit more of that. That's what I do. Oh my goodness, this is so delicious. I mean, and obviously it's so good for you. It's gluten-free, it's soy-free, it's nut-free, it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's soy-free, it's nut-free, it's vegan. Y'all know how I do with my recipes. Colorful, beautiful, tasty as all get out. I'm just so excited to just keep eating all of this. And it also has a great source of plant protein, y'all. Veggie coconut curry. You all saw how simple and easy it was to make this incredible, beautifully simple yet stunningly flavored meal. So I want y'all to get in the kitchen, get yourself going, get yourself glowing, and make yourself some veggie coconut curry. It's been so great cooking with y'all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, my love.